welcome back to Cids Modded Life, episode 42 with me, Cid, and I've been busy in the Dwarven City, as I'm calling it for the time being. Yeah, let me show you. So, put a waystone in, that just allows me to get around a bit quicker. We've now got a third section in here, so we've got, what, 4 lots of pillars. I think there's still room for a couple more. It's going to take a while, but this is all coppered up, and we've got the gargoyles and the flows and everything going in down here. However, this is not the only work I've done. This has taken, I don't know, more hours than I care to think about. Even with the haste tools and stuff, I actually need to go and get some more mana as well. Let me just quickly sleep. Bonk. So the farm is the potato farm mana thing is working really well, to the point where I've got spare mana. But this is what I've been doing. I have been working down here, and I want to spend a bit of time this episode continuing on here. I haven't quite decided exactly what I'm going to do over there, but over here and over here, this side is pillars. This side is done. What I've done around here is, rather than do solid brick like I've done over there, I've scattered a few bits of brick into the wall just to make it look like it's been kind of merging in. This is all architecture craft sloping. It's making, let me just move away from that noise. It's making all of that spawn proof and giving a rather nice design to it. And what I am thinking is, I'm going to put it there. I am going to stick a tunnel going out as if it were a boat canal thing. These will continue down and come down to a point in the middle where we will get a dock for the boats, which will continue on that way. They serve very little other point, to be honest. And yeah, we've got quite a lot to do. I want to spend this episode, I mentioned, you know, apologising for the grind, and a few people have said they actually like the detail, they like the grindy, detaily bits. So, who am I to argue? If you like me to talk about design considerations, rationales, thoughts and stuff, I am more than happy to talk about them. Let me just stick some of this back in here. Anything else that needs to go in there? That does, because it does the scaffolding. That and that. Okay, that's a blocks bag. Where shall we go first? Let us head over to the... Whoops. Let us head over to home, where we can... oh, hello. It's just... What the hell? That's... not one of these weird ass spawns. That is, get dead. That has spawned in the water down there and somehow manages to get translocated up here. Show. We need, let me just put that away again. We need to drop off some stuff. We need to head over to the farm and pick up mana. I need my Britannia bag. Britannia bag is going to put that away for the time being, and that's going to go away. That, oops, that is, ooh. Alright, yeah, that's fine, we'll leave that there. That can go back on the hotbar. The apples can go away. I should have a loot bag somewhere which has got that and that in it, and then we can grab all of this crap out to go into the system. I should have just kept those two, really. Let me just do this, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm not using, I've got those scaffolds, I'm not really using them. They were not as good an investment as I thought they would be. Now, the one thing I've got here, I have got this. This is what we got when I went out caving in the last episode. Just so you know. There's a fair bit to process there. When you add that lot to it, that will be even more. I'm going to take these eggs out, that, and that, and we'll put those back into the system, and I'll keep that in my loot bag just so we can process that up properly later. At some point I will do something with these Mo creatures things, but not until I'm absolutely certain that Mo creatures updates, because there's going to be nothing worse than deciding to do something and then, you know, it's all falling down because the mod doesn't update and it becomes the old stone around our neck. Oh, I can't. Yeah, you can't do that. That's the one thing I wish you could do, is shift click. You know, the thingies in, but you can't, so there's no point bleating about it. I want to keep one stack of that. I'll keep a stack of dirt. I don't really want you in there. Take that, and that. There we go. Right, we are clean. So let's start off with a clean slate. The blocks bag is actually imperative. And we'll head over to the farm, where we shall go and see that we have 3 full mana pools. Now this is obviously wasting food, but in all honesty, you know, this is filling up. This has got more in it than that, so we're not losing anything, shall we say. But we shall get you and get you in and get you charging. So one of the things I had thought about and planned to do this episode, but I've decided to do the Dwarven City for a little while, is I want to get to doing some mana on rails to transport this mana somewhere where we can use it, around the farm area, but not necessarily down here. So that's probably something we'll do soon. I mean, we're only really doing all of this here because we have the farms here. You know, there's no other reason to do it here, just that. Now, is there anything over here that I want while we're looking at it? This thing is insane. These end rods. See, I don't know, is there anything I can do with end rods to change them? Thanks. You know, use nothing. No. Because they're really nice light sources, but then they get that horrible piece of purple crap on the end, and it's like, please, Vasky, allow me to die at the end of end rods if you haven't already. I will update as soon as we can. But yeah, got a whole load more stuff as well. Right, let's not worry about enchanting this episode. Let us worry about building. I don't know why I came back here. Any idea why I came back here? No, me either. Okay, in which case we need to go, we need to go to Dwarven City. Doesn't feel like the right name for me in my mind, by the way. It's it seems somehow subtly wrong, and I'm not sure what the correct name is, but yeah, it's one of those odd ones. Right, what do we got here? Definitely want those. Part 4s, part 3s. That's part 4. That's part 4. Not worried about those right now. I will possibly want those. Definitely want some Celtic. I'll want that. I'll want that. I mean, this is all largely academic anyway. I'll just grab a whole load of this stone and take it with us, I think. There we go. Right, so let's get down and talk about design, I suppose. And so this really has not come from, believe me when I say that this hasn't had any solid, this is my design philosophy. I came up with this idea here. You know, this was pre-decided, if you like. But let me just get these on so I can make sure. I apologise. This overlay grid does make for an ugly view, but it does stop me getting surprised. I've been caught out by a few dark spots that I've not caught. Fortunately, nothing too explosive. If you take my drift, but so you need to come all the way down. We'll do one side, I think, and we'll see where we go from there, because that's probably going to be easier than doing both sides at once, because I need to work out what I'm going to do with these stairs. Plus I need a way back up. I can always end a pearl, but you know, why bother when you can do this? So I'm just going to clear out this half of the side, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright, I'm starting to get a feel for the place, and we've still got these coming down here. Now I'm just wondering, let me see if I've got some dirt. Let us just see where the natural endpoint of that is. So if I were to come to about here, to this level, and then join those together into a platform, that would work, wouldn't it? Or do I want to do it but slightly up there, maybe? Well, it would work either way, really, wouldn't it? So what I'm thinking is bringing these steps down, and oh, hello. How did you spawn? Custom spawner mob. It's got to be somewhere along the lines. It's allowing something to spawn somewhere. There are spots here which, you know, I'm not sure whether they're going to be spawnable. If it's you can't jump up onto those, that counts as a full block. The one drawback to these. Well, he spawned somewhere. I probably could have walked in. It's always possible. Unlikely, but possible. Alright, so let's have a look here. What we got going on? We've got this is going all the way down here, like this. And what we need to do, apart from get away over to the I think these are part 3s. That's a part 3, but I don't have the part 3 other half. If we look at the actual things, you can see that's a part 3A, that's a part 3B, part 3A, part 3B, AB, that is AB, that is arch 2, this is a 4, 4, 4. And that was mainly because, again, this copper gives off heat light, but not enough light. Alright, so let me just think about this right now. I want to, if I come from the middle here, I'm not going to interfere with anything, am I? It's alright, I moved the architect's table over here, and yeah, doesn't always work the way you like, does it? So you are part 3A, okay, so we need that. Blocks back, I've already had to use that. One of those, some of that, bang, that goes in, and give me 2 stacks, I'm going to need them. Yeah, this place is just lots, I made lots of spawnable spots, haven't I? Let me just fix those quickly. Right. So I've got those, I've got that. So down here, what we've got going on at this point, all the way along here, is I've got the lower bit here, the bit of block I'm actually stood on, is, where are you? Trodden stone. and all of that is going to get replaced. I'll put the torches back in a moment, because otherwise we're going to be driving ourselves mad trying to keep this lit. If anything spawns, I'll take my chances. As long as it doesn't go hiss boom, then we're fine. So that goes down there. Let me just, oh, I need to actually, surprisingly enough, I need to come down here as well, because the floor of this needs to be this as well. And I've just used this because it's quite a nice bland grey. Oh, hello. All right. Oh, more. I think, judging, I did actually find a whole load of caves under here. So at the end, I've filled them in quite a bit, so I'm not going to worry too much. Right, there, there, there. Good. So these part 3s, which is that one, couples with this part 3 over, where are you? There. The problem is when I place this, it comes in the wrong way around. So first thing you need to do with these is to rotate these round using the hammer, which is a bit of a pain, but there you go. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I probably might just have exactly the right amount of those. And these are a 1-to-1, so because they're obviously more of the block than less. So we need you, and it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can't really do, it's basically put the thin edge on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I will change these round like that, and then once you've done that one, you place that, and that is 1, 1, 2. Oops, damn it. 2, 3, 1, 2. So you get that going. And then we need to obviously fill these pillars in. You know what? I've just made a cock up there. Can't believe I made that cock up, but there you go. Or can I? I hate it when, you know, when you hear those little suspicious sounds that Minecraft likes to give you. Yeah, these are actually useless. That should be that. That's better. More like it. Should be this one. I made the wrong thing. Let those despawn. Nobody will know. Except you, and you're not going to tell anybody, are you? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then, as I say, you put these in. So I will get this done all the way down here, and then we repeat on this level, we repeat on this level, and I think we repeat on the next level, and then the next one is this half slab here. So I'm going to run that all the way through here, and I shall be right back with you. Alright, so we've done that section. We now have, I realised that I'd not carved this in, which is the channel to match that water channel down there, because these are basically geomorphic tiles. Each one of these will fit in, you know, and repeat as a pattern, should we wish it. We still have a slight issue with the odd mob spawning in here. I'm not sure. I can see mobs on the mini map, and I'm not sure where they are. Whether they're, well, they're probably down actually rather than up. And I have a solution to that, and we're going to tie it into this stairwell system as well, because as you can see there, these highlighted red things. Now I don't know whether they're spawnable or not, because they're chisels and bits, and obviously we know we have issues with chisels and bits, or potentially we have issues with chisels and bits. Not big issues. I mean, you know, they're not life-stopping issues, but yeah, they are issues nonetheless. So we need some of that. We need yeah, one of that with some of that. Give me 64 of those. Thank you very much. So these are going in at the next level up here. This episode may run a little long, by the way, and I apologise for that. I know people will say you don't need to apologise, but I do, because you know I do like to try and keep to a certain length of episode, and you know, whenever you go over, I'm conscious of it. I don't know whether everybody else is conscious, but it's kind of a, I don't know. I think there's a kind of an unwritten, well, I would say unwritten rule. There's probably a written rule. If you go on enough subreddits, I'm sure you'll find people saying that you should absolutely, under no circumstances, ever go over the time you've allotted yourself, yada yada. But then again, you all know my feelings on conventional wisdom. So, yeah, conventional wisdom can go suck it. We need to do something with this, I think. I don't know what, though. I mean, I suppose we could do something like this, maybe bring in and have a liquid gold pool here. How are we going to, oops, that's not right, and that will come out as well, wouldn't it, like that? Yeah, it kind of works. Just remember not to fall in it, but it kind of works. Yeah, why not? We need to do something with the edges there, obviously, because we've got this going on here. I haven't really figured out what we're doing there. Here is pretty straightforward. This is, let me get myself right. This is a part B, here and here. That and that come out and become those, like a so. And similarly on this side. And then you take your part 4 over here. Oh, hang on, we need the part B first. Where are you? Part 4B, like that. And then you take one of those. That's, well, hang on, let me start with those. That goes there, and hang on, let's try that again. That goes here. This is a 4, isn't it? Yes. Like a so, and then it's, hang on, like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is just a combination of shift clicking and normal right clicking, and you know, get that. Okay. Oh, I'm full. Yeah, get that right, and you cover that up nicely. Where's my blocks bag? Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you and you and you. Maybe a bit of that. See, there's definitely something above me or below me. But anyway, not to worry. It's not here, and that's the main thing. Right, and then again we'll come over here, and we're getting the part 4s in like so. And then we need to work out what we're doing here. This is going to be interesting. It's not too bad, I suppose. I mean, push comes to shove, I could always stick a bit of glowstone in. That would work. But for now, we're just working this out. So let me just finish these off. I need to change all of this out with this and all of this down here. And then we need to figure out what we're doing down there. And be back in a moment. All right, these water channels here, the way I'm setting them far enough back that they're deep enough that you can't easily see that they're not all the way back. And these are just really a random mixture of the stone blocks. If I just turn the F7 off temporarily, and that, and just take out the blocks we need to replace. So yeah, this is where the floor of the stairwell comes along. So you'll be over the top of this, and it is quite literally just a matter of let me get a little bit of that and do that and go like that and then go like that and get a bit of cracked, and we can bring that down and that down and that down, and it's pretty much the same way we do the path, you know, just start off with a main pallet block and if you run out, you run out. There's plenty more anywhere this comes from, so you know it really doesn't matter. We're just trying to get a feel in here, and then we'll, you know, just make some more. Simple. 16 of those and 16 of no, not that one. That one. Well, not really much difference, is there? But yeah, there is a difference though, so it's important that you get it right. Yeah, bang, 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 bang. Maybe a bit more of that there, maybe a bit of that there, a little bit of that here, that and that with maybe a bit of that. So that gives you that. That water will come out of here for the time being, however, because I don't want to put the water in at this side. We'll just lie that up and make sure we're illuminated. We are. Excellent. Right, let me let us, I don't know, let's go wow, there's some stuff going on here. I'm really starting to like this build. However, I need to head over to the factory and make a few things, so let's get that done. I'll just drop off some of these bricks for the time being, and we'll be back in a mo. Okay, we're back. I've been wondering. Hello, RJ. So just before we move on with that, the Britannia setup over here is obviously fairly small. We've got this thing going on which gives us a little bit of mana, and over here we've got this kind of junction which was going to be this room and has become a kind of a temporary thing for that, and I think this needs to be something more. So I'm wondering about whether building some enclosures in here for some of the animals like RJ to give them little homes of their own, rather than letting him wander around and eat the poisonous netherborts. And they're not poisonous, they're just a little pretend thing in my head. Anyway, powered lantern from immersive engineering prevents spawns by all accounts. We are missing glowstone. That's simple enough. Did I not manage to make that? There you go. Make me one. I only actually need one. I think they work from like a 32 or 64 block radius or something like that. I think it may be 32, but that may be what we're needing to power things. Now the only issue is how to power it, because we're underground, so I can't use solar power. I was wondering if I have I do just have got enough. I'm going to have to do some mining though to get more. And we need some packed ice. We need a couple of those. And then we need, let me just tick that, get in, immersive engineering. So if we were to use the same thing, the thermoelectric generator that we had last time, we haven't got enough of that, have we? Damn it. Hang on, let's see whether we can. No, we can't. We're going to have to go to the factory. Okay, fine. Bonk. That took me to the farm. You know when you just sit there and go, oh, I teleported to the wrong place. There we go. That's better. Right. No, I haven't got a wire plate, I don't think, have I? I haven't. How do you make that? We need a bit of wire. Copper plate. Okay, fine. We'll do it the hard way. It's not a problem. Oh, have some free copper. What have we got in there? Let me use this time to constructively make a few things. Right, so that should give me a copper plate. It does. I will take those as well because we want them. That's not. We need those. And we need our copper plate. And then we're going to do a bit of that. And then we're going to use of that is with steel plates we can make a metal press. So have I got any steel plates? I haven't, but 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll fix that. Need to do some more with immersive engineering. This, of course, immersive engineering being one of the mods that is actually standing between me 1 and 11. Mo Creatures being another one of the big ones, anyway. And yeah, I'm not getting too et up about 111. I've decided 111 because 112 is right on the verge of coming out. And by all accounts, 112 is going to be even harder to code than 111. From what I have seen from various modders, Vasky's said it's not a particularly friendly mod to code with, and you know, I think that is going to be a sticking point. So let's see whether 110 or 111 may become the next 17 for a while if 112 is a bit of a pig. Who knows? I still think they're releasing far too many updates far too quickly, but that's my opinion. So you know, right, uses for that. Make me some of those. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we want. Was it an iron ingot? Might be iron surrounded by you. That's right, one of those. And then I need to make the thermo hoofer with one of those. That gives us all of that. That gives us that. Do I want a capacitor? LV, medium V, HV. I don't know whether I've got enough. What am I missing there? Block of lead. Oh, come on. HV. Right, let's sleep quickly and go over to the back over to the dwarven place and see what we can do with that. See whether we can help it out there. What is that message anyway? The new Optifine version, a disenchanter. Your version is disenchanted out of. Okay, fine. Fine. Maybe disenchanter's updated. And why did I just come back here when I actually wanted to do this? Okay, right. Righty, right. Whee! It's one way getting down. So if I were to go and, well, start off by putting that away and then get some chiseling in, and we'll do some of that, and then we shall go and place these. So they come down like this. So what we're aiming to do, we know for a fact that this thing here, when its full width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I come from here and go 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll just do that. That gives us a working area, doesn't it? Pop that down there. So, armed with this knowledge, we know we can build a platform in this vicinity. In fact, let me hollow this out, and I'll be back in a moment. Of course, there are times when this ring really helps. When you want to, when precision's not an issue, this thing is brilliant. If you just want to shift a big whole chunk of things, it's great. It's only when you're worried and you don't want to necessarily dig out, you know, the bits you don't want to dig out. And to be honest, you can get away with a lot. Oops, that's he says. To be honest, you can get away with a lot of. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's me. That's the way it works. That's precision for you. But this will shift a lot of this when you want to get it. It does eat a lot of mana, has to be said, and hunger for that matter as well. It seems to be quite hungry on the old hunger meter, but you know, it works. I'm just kind of clearing a big chunk of space just so I can really get a good feel for how this looks in the grand scheme of things. But we've also still got to put pillars in for these things. I haven't got a design for those yet in my head. But we do need, let me just check, make sure we've not created any. You know what? Two, that's 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 7, wasn't it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's not muck around. Let's just get this thing cleared out, shall we? It seems sensible, and then we can really see the kind of space we're dealing with, because it's got to be done anyway, so why not do it now as later? This will take a short while. Be back in a moment. Alright, so what I'm thinking is we're going to have a platform which comes out like this. That's the middle, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3 at the other side. All the way across here. And at some point we'll have some steps coming down. I haven't quite figured that bit out yet, but that's fine. So we've got this going on around, roughly around here. Here. Right, typical. So here, 1, 2, 3, that there is dead up the middle of that platform. So what I am thinking is we shall place the, let's get this right. How am I going to get back up there? Like that. Yes. Oh, damn, I didn't really want to be there, did I? How am I going to do this? I suppose that could be exposed. It has got a kind of steampunky embers look to it anyway, hasn't it? So if I were to... No, that can't be exposed. That's got to be set down one. Okay, yeah, that's right. I need to go back down. We'll set our uranium here and here. Nope. I don't know whether it matters, but uranium there and there. We'll set our ice there and there, and we shall put our thermonuclear hoofer-doofer on there. And then we shall head back up. That should be... That hasn't got any configuration on it whatsoever. And then that will go... I think it's blue for in and orange for out, isn't it? Input, yes. And then output at the top. I think that's the way around it goes. Yes, it is. And then on top of that... Oh. Jolly interesting. Does that need to actually have a wire going into it? I think it does then, doesn't it? You sneaky little bugger, you. Not a problem. It's just I didn't really want to use a bloody wire. Like that. This is your solar flux. So if I look at solar flux, there is actually this cable. But I don't know whether that will work, because I think that actually works like a thingamabobbits, a hoofer-doofer, or what's-a-majig as we call it in the trade. Right. I'm going to have to leave that, I think, right now, because I don't want... I'm conscious of time. I would like to try and get this done, but I don't think we're going to... I think we're going to have to continue this on the next episode. It's a big project. What do you expect? These things always take time. Chisels and bits bag, however, with an empty, because you should have nothing really in there. That goes in there, and we'll grab this, and we'll grab you, and we shall go and turn you into this mode and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and like that. And then the same here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So that goes like that, and then if we go in here and grab those and get those back into the same mode, we just place those back in there and back in there, and that takes the stairs neatly down. We can do the same at the other side, and the world will be good and happy, even if mobs can spawn over there, which is a pain. I need to figure out how to get this in. Let us just... What time is it? I can't see. I can't see whether it's night or not. It is daytime. Let me just quickly pop over to home. Hello, cow. I know it's a bit of an odd thing having it out there and then going in, but that waystone just seems to me like it would be in an external location rather than an internal location. Okay, so if I go first cable, can you make me some of that, please? This is odd, but there you go. Try this quickly, just see if it works. I don't think it will. I genuinely don't think it will, but it's worth a try. Yeah, they're not connecting. It definitely wants a wire of some description, doesn't it? Okay, I'll have a look at that and we'll deal with it next time, I think. But on that note, I think I'm going to swap out to shaders mode, and we'll try and get a feel for what's going on in this in this dark, horrible place. Dark enough that it's spawning. But yeah, it's been interesting. I've got no idea how long this episode has run to, so I do apologise if it's gone overly long. But there you go. That's me. I can talk for the country if it was ever an Olympic event. Or so my wife says anyway. So wow, that is dark as hell, isn't it? But I don't know whether that really does show off the field, but let's go and get an F2 of that. That's perfect. Yeah, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.